So Keenen, does that game tonight feel a bit of like a defeat?
Yeah, of course. I've seen in the last minute again. For the second half, fair play to Tamworth, they've stuck it on us, and you can see obviously the new gaffer's turned it around, very direct, and it's effective. But yeah, it's a sick now because we've got to do better on that last bit, and I think our game management comes from that. Joe picking the ball up when they've headed it, just killed the game. The game management has to be better.
Well, the first half was a different story. We bossed the game, would you say?
Yeah, we bossed it. I think they come into it the last 10 of that half, I thought, but we've had chances. Like we go 1-0 up. Riley has a great chance to go 2-0 up. Benno has one to go 3-0 up, and the game could be dead and buried by half time. Again, not taking the chances, but I think the pleasing thing about tonight is that our front players have scored goals, and we've been asking them that. So it's disappointing now at the other end. Obviously, we've conceded the goals that we have.
Did you talk in the break, perhaps in the second half, keeping it quiet for the first 15 minutes and then building?
Yeah.
Then we obviously have the worst possible start.
Yeah, it's the decision making. I think the ball's dropped in the box, and Carter just needs to hook it. Doesn't hook it, and he knows that. I just spoke to him in there. And then it's just a decision making. But we come back into the game brilliantly after that. Keita's great goal, great movement, and that's one thing we've been working really hard with Keita, and we've been really consistent with him. And I thought he was fantastic tonight, took his goals well.
Obviously during the first half it seemed to be we were obviously targeting James. So was that a deliberate tactic?
Yeah, we thought we could overload that side. We thought we could get at him. So yeah, I think it worked quite well.
Do you think overall in the second half our composure is a bit lacking, would you say?
And that's what I just said to the boys in there. Obviously it's a hard place to go down with their crowd when they get behind you, but I said that's why you've got to be brave. Your game management to slow it down. We're running after things and picking things up. No, kill the game. The last 3-4 minutes you should be drawing fouls, killing the game. And again, that's where I think our young squad comes in to play, where they don't understand that yet. So yeah.
Was it important to stop this losing streak, free game losing streak?
And that's what I just said in there. As hard as it is to take, you take the positives, and we went and secured a point today against a team that are doing well and they're flying. We've scored 3 goals. We've looked really good at times. We look threatening again. But yeah, it's just we've got to work on that defensive part.
So what's the latest with Andre Landell?
Yeah, so Land obviously against Rushden. We reckon he's going to get a second assessment this week, so we reckon about between 6 and 8 weeks.
So what about fans might want to know about Courtney, Jed, Josh Webb?
So Jed out for the season now. He's going to have surgery. Webbo will be back with us next week. He's got a month's solid games under his belt, which he needed, which would be good to have his experience back. And again, it's just about getting Courtney back involved now where we can. Again, he needs games. He's been out for about 16 weeks now, so to come back into this level of football and the tempo, he's going to need minutes as well, but his experience is going to be valuable going in towards the end of the season.
Obviously this style of service suits our style of play. Have we now got to prove it on the different pitch, get away at lower stuff?
I think so, but I also think at times we've played really well on surfaces that are difficult as well. But what I like today is that we changed our game up. So, we played short, long. There were some of the combos, and I thought it worked, and it opened the game up to enable us to play. So, yeah.
And what sort of test are you expecting against Lowe's? They're obviously fighting for their lives, aren't they?
Tough, mate. And I said this earlier, they don't lose a lot at home. They beat Peterborough, they beat Alberchurch at home, they nearly beat Rushden the other day. They've got a top striker, probably one of the top 3 in the league in James Reed, I think his name is. So it's going to be a difficult trip. It's a long trip as well, so we've got to make sure we're ready.